My name is Julie, and I'm a kids ESL teacher in southern China, and it's my very first time teaching, and it's my third week right now. It's been a hell of a trip so far, and there's a couple things I wanted to talk about. So first of all, I had a pretty long day today, worked 12 hours, 11 or so of those teaching, 5-minute breaks in between, a lot of kids in a lot of different moods, a lot of PowerPoints not working, a lot of computers breaking down, sound systems not working, a lot of improv. The whole thing is kind of an improv so far. So I had another day, and now I'm relaxing, drinking Chinese snow beer. Okay, it cost me about 80 cents. So what I wanted to talk about was lack of finding things you need to find to be a good teacher. I started this job with this whole image in my mind, not really focusing on the fact that I'm here to do a job, more focusing on the fact that I'm here to live a life and learn the culture, the language, and make friends and, party and whatever. Things that a 20-year-old thinks. And then I arrived here and I realized, well, my job takes up majority of my time. I do work full 40-hour weeks, and I teach 28 classes, and that's a lot of, that does end up being a lot of work that you have to put into it. I've never had that kind of responsibility before. I mean, I've had all sorts of jobs, but here you're kind of responsible for somebody's education. You might somehow influence them in the future. You gotta know what the hell you're doing. And even though I did my English certification prep course, which was awesome. I totally had fun. I keep in touch with some of the people and my instructor, and they're very helpful. But you learn the mentalities behind teaching, I think. You don't really learn specifics of how to teach. There's tons of resources, and it's not really that they can teach you, I think. It's something that you have to figure out for yourself, which is what's happening. But at the same time, there is a lot of specific things that I think can transverse to a lot of teachers within this age group that I'm teaching, which is 4 to 13 or so. And when I arrived, I had my first day of teaching. I spent, I don't even know how many hours prepping for it. My lesson plans were about 4 or 5 pages long each. I had backups and backups for everything I did. I had a whole thing of backups. And very quickly, that whole lesson plan went out the window and failed miserably, and kids were not even interested. I was only something intriguing to them for about 5 minutes because I was this foreigner. And then they're like, oh, just another adult. Bye-bye. So that was horrible. I went home, had a terrible night, spent half of it drinking my wine and looking up Expedia tickets to go back to Canada. It was miserable. And then I realized, you know what, you gotta just tough it out. You gotta learn at least. So I started, you know what, let's look for some resources. And thought I'd have tons of luck. Everyone said, yeah, ESL resources is not a problem. You can find anything you want. There are a ton of resources, a lot of things not to do, which is great. Yeah, not to do is always important. But there's just not enough things that you should do. It gives you very vague, ambiguous tips of be respectful to your students to be a good teacher. Treat them like a friend, but not like a friend. But like a teacher, but not like a teacher. The whole thing here is you're wondering how. Okay, explain, but that's about what you're gonna get. So while I found tons of games as well that are great, and I'm sure they work for students with significantly more advanced language skills than the ones I'm teaching, I needed to really make things as basic as possible. The kids that I teach don't really understand instruction. With the exception of maybe stand up, sit down, jump, is limit of their ability to speak, and some of these kids have been going to school for several years, so I kind of feel like I should be making a change here that I'm here. So what I want to do with this whole channel or account, whatever, I want to make ESL, not instruction, but ESL videos of what I do that works, what I do that fails, but make it very specific. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to call each video exactly what it is. I'm going to say, kids 4 to 6, the way you should behave in the classroom, or kids 10 to 12, games to play with them, things like that. And if I'm having a really good day, on each video I might even time where I speak about specific points, so you don't have to sit through 10 minutes of staring at my face. I'm sure some of you would like to get on with your day. So just stay tuned. I'm gonna try to see if this works. Do comment. Totally appreciating comments. Don't be a jackass. This isn't meant to insult anyone or prove that I'm someone amazing. I'm not. I just want to be able to maybe help somebody out and also get help. So if you have tips for me, I'm totally open. I will include a lot of resources that I do find online that have been helpful to me. And a lot of things that I either tweak or think up of my own, or everything from specific behavior to specific dress code to specific body language, everything like that. And things you shouldn't do, because those are important, and there's a ton of things you shouldn't do. So stay tuned. I'm going to try to put up a video about once a week, depending on my week. And I hope I can help somebody. So, 再见.